All right. Hello, everyone. So, in this video, what I want to do is just walk you through how I would use the library webpage to find something. So, of course, you can use Google or Google Scholar or something like that. But I wanted to talk through the library webpage because it's something that I think is really important for you as students, but also something that you'll likely be using in a class like English 102. So from the Shoreline homepage, what I can do is just type library and then the first link here, Ray W. Howard Library at Shoreline. So now I'm at just the general library webpage. And there are a couple of things I could do. So I could search the library here, which I think is what a lot of people tend to do. And that's okay. This sort of one search bar is going to give you, books and things like that. But what I would recommend for research is that you click this research tab here. And then the first selection is databases for keyword searches. So if we click that, we get this long list. So we have 66 databases, and some of these databases are really, really technical. Think a nursing program, right, where you're looking up things that are related to the medical field or engineering or computer science. But what I like and what I recommend people use is Academic Search Complete. So it's the second choice here. It is featured, it says. So let's click that and it will load. And what we're going to see is something that is actually pretty similar to Google. So it's a familiar way of searching. So what we have instead of one search bar, and you can sign in. I'm not going to sign in because it wasn't letting me earlier today. So we have three search fields here rather than one. And we have these little boxes over here. If I click on it, it says Boolean, and I have and, or, and not. So I can select those things. Boolean is just the word for these three terms in a search. And if you're a computer science major, you're probably familiar with those. So what I can do is I can search for my main keyword. So let's do artificial intelligence. And then let's say I don't want the entire field of artificial intelligence. I don't want, maybe autonomous vehicles or something like that. I want just maybe something that's related to education. So education, and let's add writing. And once I have those, I'm going to hit search, just like you normally would. And it's going to give me my results. So I have 839 results here. That's pretty good. It's not too huge. It's not too narrow. And what I can do is I can kind of, just like you normally would in a search, kind of skim down and see if any of these pique your interest. But let's just stick with the first one here. Now, a couple things that I want you to be aware of. At the top, there's this little check mark and it says peer-reviewed academic journal. That tells us for sure this is a peer-reviewed scholarly academic journal. We use those terms interchangeably in this course. So that means it's like a professional journal. It was written by experts for experts. So I've got the title here. I can look at the authors, right? And I'm going to go ahead and just click on this and let's see what we have. Okay, so I can access the PDF or I can download it. I've got the title, I've got the source. Let's see what we've got. Okay, so then we have the abstract here. Now, an abstract for a peer-reviewed journal is kind of the Reader's Digest version. Think like the trailer to a movie. It's just an overview or preview. And right now, because I'm not logged in, that's all I can see. What I will point out is down here at the bottom, it has this DOI, Direct Object Identifier. And that's what I recommend you copy and paste. It's like a web address, but it will always take a person to this particular article. So if I go back up here, I've got a couple other things at the top I want to point out. So I can save it. And I know from experience and the experience of students that if you just copy what's in the address bar at the top of the page, the URL, you will not come back to this specific article because it's not what we call a permalink. It's not going to link to this specific article will take you to the library website. So you can save it, you can add it to a project, you can share it, all of that stuff, or you can download it. So if it's something that looks really promising, I would suggest the DOI, copy that, save it, or share it, or download it, one of those things. Now we also have these quotation marks here. It says cite if I hover over it. So if I click that button, what it's going to do is it's going to automatically generate a works cited entry. So it's going to save us a whole lot of time and energy. Sorry, they are doing work outside if you can hear that in the background. So what I want to do is scroll down because we're using MLA 8, MLA 9. If I click that, now it's generated a full link. So this, I'm going to just check it. That looks right. I have quotation marks around the title of the article. I have an italicized container here. And then down here, they have actually included the DOI for me. So that's another way that you could keep this. So I could go ahead and copy and paste this and put it right into my works cited. And I've saved myself a lot of time. I don't have to go to EasyBib or Scribr or something like that, which is sometimes inaccurate. So there are just a couple other things that I want to go over. So if I go back, let's see if it'll let me go. Okay. On the search page here, filters. So one thing that I recommend you do is click full. That means you're going to be able to see the whole thing. If you're looking specifically for peer-reviewed articles, you can click that. And then down here at the bottom, if you are getting search results in a different language, language that you don't read, you can go ahead and click this and limit it. I only speak English, so I'm going to do that. And there we go. So now when I search, I know that it's going to give me results that are the full, complete text. They are peer-reviewed, and they're in the language that I can read, because I'm too lazy to learn another language. I should learn another language. Okay, so there are some other options here, but I don't usually use these. So the last thing I'll talk about is this. So let's say I'm searching artificial intelligence and education, but I keep getting things that are related to, say, high school. And I don't want things that are related to high school. So I'm going to add high school here. And instead of the and, I'm going to do not. That means it's going to look for anything that is about artificial intelligence and education, but not something that has to do with high school. So let's just see what happens if I search. I don't know if this will change the search results. Oh, interesting. So it actually gave me quite a few more results. So again, this is something that we play around with. Let's see if we can find one that's not peer. Oh no, I did select all peer reviewed. So there you go. So just a quick overview. I would recommend that you play around with this a little bit. Right. And we never want to just choose the first couple sources here, because they might not be connected to what we want to research. But get used to this, practice, explore a little bit, and it's going to help you in the long term in other classes, especially English 102 or something like that. All right, there you go. If you have questions, comments, concerns, jokes, memes, or recipes, please let me know. Otherwise, I'll talk to you all later.